I think as individual, however we have crossed about either the charter or the dream, etc., etc., etc. I think as an individual, we have to stop interpreting with our capacity. It has to be kept self, and all is requested in Auroville for Auroville is you come, work, and work is meditation. I think that is the communication somehow we need to build, which of course derailed a bit. This is again I'm interpreting, maybe correctly moving, but it takes time because for me, the charter itself is from the point of, if you want to call it a yogic point, it's highermost thing, very highermost thing, but simply put it in a very simple words. But it takes time to understand, to cross and progress. That has to be kept again by self. But we need to create in communication. Work is a communication also. It's not that, that literature and bullet point. And we need to communicate through work, which is connected everything, ecology, economy, all this thing. And then through ourselves, through that kind of communication, the world outside is saying, wow, something is happening. Let's support and help. Which is, again, I don't know whether to say not happening or happening, but we people as together, like Pashi has expressed, we have a lot of inside weakness which we always hide. We don't want to tell our weaknesses. We only talk about the highermost thing what we can utter by our lips. That is why we should careful about before saying that. I always keep these two sentences in my thing. If you do want to say something in public, which not only for a smaller group, for a larger group, I think either Mother or Sri Aurobindo sentences is, be in silence for minimum 1 week. Minimum. And if something comes, you say, just pass it. And same thing, if you want to really put it in a stone or writing, because that is a record. Be in silence for 1 year. I've been trying this thing for almost 20, 25 years, but nothing comes. So I don't think so we are capable of achieving to write or communicate more than Mother and Sri Aurobindo. I think that is where our problem is. In order to help each other, we need to organize such a satsang, very friendly, not seriously, not seriously, friendly such a way, like playful, like playing football, passing the ball to another, things like that. That model we have to organize. It can be small, but it should grow that model 1, 2, 3, so that we all become a dedicated, what Pashi called is a servitor, not even a servitor of the divine, dedicated and truthful to ourselves that you have come here to express. Can I stop here? Thank you. Yes. See, that so-called bioregion should not be understood charitable work. Look, bioregion should be understood carefully by the history, by the culture, by the language, which is I suppose Tamil culture is one of the ancient culture which carries lot of good wisdoms, which also will support for the Auroville to grow. I think that because that is we are also lost in the bioregion. So that should be brought. Of course, a balanced thing, like, unfortunate, and it's an irony of the whole world. People have more and more. People don't have, and they do have less and less. This kind of thing is happening. But if we live in Auroville without that kind of desperity, I think that influences outside. And as they come as a co-worker, there is no difference between me and a guy who comes to work to build. The only difference is I sleep in this part of the land, he goes and sleep in that part of the land. That's all. But manifestation is the same. Putting the brick, whether cleaning or I think human being as the same, but we should. I would put it this word. Like, I think we set ourselves from that world, which is not Orwell. No, I want to go to this world. This is something new, needed for the whole world. That part we should every time remind us and put ourselves, don't even like, I would put it in Tamil, very, very normal saying, Vanda வேலையை விட்டுட்டு பந்த கால பிடிக்காது. வந்த வேலை வந்து, this. You are supposed to be, even I would put slave of mother and sister. I put to that extent, and just work, think, build in whatever way, spiritual, intellect, material, you name it, what you like. But that's how. Then consider bioregion people as people when they are working. Like I said in other meeting, I was working at amphitheater. I never felt Orwellian and worker. Very brotherly. Like friend of mine used to come. Those days my house was very small. People have to bend, and many people came. They enjoyed it, bending themselves like people like Tuan cannot go straight. He'll cut half the thing. Like Jack cannot go straight. So they come, eat with us, and see the other side also. Then they understand the life thing, and then how you can. That is important. Not just they only come to you and work, go home back. You also go to their house. You also, if at all needed, I would strongly agree with Pashi, the proportional ratio, things like that. You use them for hiring co-creator of that co-creator, not servant and bosses. That part somehow I'm not for it. Yeah, bring them as much. The same education should be given, if possible. Same attitude and gratitude from them to hear from here, like that. That's where we can truly help the bioregion. Otherwise, I talk because Bhavana used to be my close friend who started the village action, I would put it. I would always, okay, but don't think that you are highly that level and you are helping. No. You see that way, but we are all equal, but do that keeping level same. That is the most important thing that you can do it to the bioregion. Like otherwise, up and down is not real and not truthful. Thank you.